All right, we've got well, gonna be picking something else, but first I'll show you. Over time, people have been enjoying this Illinois duo, so I bought one off of eBay, but turns out this is the format that's like extremely rough. Like even the key is like it catches on all the wafers, like they just don't slide very well. I think they kind of rub on each other. I was told that it's because these wafers were, like for this particular format with the silver key, the wafers were actually like cut pretty rough and they kind of got a little deformed and they kind of rub on each other. So not going to be picking that one. I've spent way too many hours trying to pick that one when I was blue belt, and then I've tried since, and it's just not enjoyable. So I found one. It was like, oh, great. I got the brass key version. Ended up showing up with no like tailpiece or anything, so this housing just slides out. Well, turns out there's only 10 wafers in here. I think the full version is supposed to have 14. There's no side bitting. So the whole point of well, not the whole point, but the exciting thing about the duo is the triple bitting. So I'll show you on this one. It's got, the three double side, one side here, and then this inside portion here that interacts with some wafers that stick out from one side. So finally found this. Somebody else in the community was selling it. I snagged it. So it does have the brass key. It does have the triple bitting. And finally, we've got a shot at an enjoyable Illinois duo pick. A really nice looking padlock, pretty good condition. So we'll put this in the vise and we'll get after it here. I think I'll stick it right there at the bottom. I don't think this is going to be in the way, this tensioner, so we'll try that. It's kind of an odd-shaped keyway. It's got a little edge that sits behind the face here, so let me see. Something pointy probably be good for this. And I think if it's the same as the other versions I've picked, those side pins like to bind first. Well, I say the other versions I've picked. I've picked the version without the side pins, or side wafers. And then the other version I have tried picking, but been unsuccessful. Okay, there's a bit of core rotation there, so I think those side wafers are set. Really, you're just trying to feel for wafers that have no travel to them. I believe there are false gates on these two, so it'll be something to keep in mind as we go. obviously the wafers being as thin as they are, they can be packed pretty tight in here, so the pointy pick I think is the way to go to try to minimize accidentally messing with neighboring wafers. Check the top again. I think I did hear something maybe fall while I was working down there. Hopefully that stays. Probably should have used the shorter side. Yeah, here's this top one right here is the one. Good. A little more movement. A little nervous about that tensioner, so switch back. think that was a good click. It's got a side pin that isn't as loose as I would have expected. Keep saying side pin, it's just a wafer. Okay, I think that was necessary though. I dropped a bunch, but that one was definitely fighting me. I think we got out of a false gate in the back there. Check the top again. Not feeling anything else on the top, so hopefully our last wafer will be somewhere down here. I think I got it, because this front wafer hasn't bound the whole time. Oh no. Okay, but we're close. Here. Man, we gotta be so close now. It's like as soon as you find a pin or a wafer that hasn't bound the whole time and now all of a sudden is, it's like, you know, you're real close. So it means your core is turning a little bit further than it has before. Okay, I'm gonna switch back down. See if our last wafer lies on the top here. Hey, got it. All right. Well, that took a little longer than I expected, I'll be honest. But that was fun. I mean, several times just trying to figure out which, I don't even know what I'm about to say, like where I was going with that. Just trying to navigate, trying to figure out where the binding wafers are and being careful not to overset. And I mean, this one, if you do overset, it's recoverable because you can just push it back down from the other side. Since this key, you know, the wafers are hollow, so you can access the wafer on either side of the keyway. But yeah, it's not bad. Not too bad. This is an unguttable lock. You can see down there, there's not any sort of a release or anything for the shackle or for the core. So, yeah. That's it. That's all there is. Fun little purple lock for sure. Yeah, again, put up more of a fight than I expected, but not too bad. Alrighty, have a good one.